In a dynamic world, future generations must be provided with a solid foundation to confront constant changes, heightened uncertainties, and multiple conflicts. The Beijing International Youth Forum aims to do just that, to support coming generations with innovative ideas along with solutions to better participate in a future environment beneficial to humanity. Pursuit of this goal to BJIYF involves dialogues, discussions, and exchanges with scholars, influencers, to foster understanding and creativity. This year, their work is inspired by 2022 Winter Olympics, officially known as the 24th Olympics Winter Games in Beijing, China. Sinological Development Charitable Foundation, similarly inspired, is honored to sponsor this panel, The Legacy of the Olympic Spirit for Youth Development. We are grateful for the support of Simi and Billy Hong of Bilco Investment Hong Kong Limited. This afternoon's distinguished panel of speakers and those who spoke this morning are all heroes and heroines in their own ways. Each have been on their journey of individuation and returned home to tell their tales. The legacy bestowed upon this and future generations of youth by these speakers is made possible by the generous organization of this exciting forum by the Information Office of Beijing Municipal Government and the Academy of Contemporary China and World Studies. Veterans of the Olympic Games and virtuosos representing cultural, technological, and entrepreneurial spheres shares the core values of the Olympics, namely the joy of effort, playing fair, pursuit of excellence, and the harmonious balance of body, will, and mind. The Olympic spirit accords with the 5 virtues, 5德, of Confucius' teachings, or 儒学, that we received from the ancient classics. These virtues are 仁, compassion, 义, righteousness, 礼, ritual, 智, wisdom, and 信, trustworthiness, as we have heard from the SDCF scholars and members in the video. Not surprisingly, in our years of cross-cultural work, we find the values of Olympics ideals passed down from the ancient Greeks look very similar to the values received from ancient China. An example of Ren as love and compassion, where the Chinese character, written with human radical, and the number 2, Zhu Xi of the Southern Song dynasty, interpreted Ren as the unity of all other virtues, because the other 4 virtues are all part of Ren. This unity reflects the most important level of love, friendship, according to Aristotle, as it is love between 2 humans. Love between 2 people, both in the Chinese and the Greek philosophies of Ren or friendship, can spread from the individual outward towards application to greater group, be it societal, national, or global. Picture a drop in a calm pool whose ripples fan out into a concentric circle. It is said in the book of 大学, the Great Learning, a chapter in the 礼记 of the Book of Rites, the self-cultivation 修身 will lead to well-organized family, 齐家 or groups, which in turn leads to well-governed nations, 治国, and therefore harmonious society and all under heaven will be peaceful, 平天下. This simple model used to organization development as system thinking emphasizes that all development starts with the individual, and most importantly, today we are here to discuss youth development. What then, we may ask, would self-cultivation in the truest sense have to do with the Olympics? Every Olympian, knowingly or not, must arrive at their excellence, which Aristotle refers as arete, through the journey of passing through the portal of initiation, 门道, in self-cultivation. This cultivation towards excellence is the alignment of the internal self with the external circumstances, a quest that all sages and saints elucidate as the ultimate human endeavor, be it in visual art, in music, or other performing arts, including sports. Carl Jung described this as the ultimate individuation, 个体化. In our contemporary society, we are missing support for the rites of passage, 成人礼, practiced in the initiation of youth since 12,000 BCE. Traditionally, a young person graduated from being a child to becoming a person of responsibility by accomplishing tasks deemed impossible, thereby allowing the agent to confront the beast within, leading to maturity and growth. One could say graduating from high school to attend university may, in some sense, serve this function. But unfortunately, education as a marketplace may have created more internal tensions rather than assisting our youth to find their proper places of contribution and participation in society. Therefore, I celebrate the establishment of the Beijing International Youth Forum, as this entity may provide some of the missing links and re-establish rights, the support of which are so needed to the youth development. Dr. Gabriel Leung of Hong Kong University Dean of Medicine alerts us of the epidemic in mental health issues for youth around the world. The combined feelings of worthlessness, isolation, misguided social media images of perfection, and symptoms of anxiety disorder are overbearing today. In a world where the young are manipulated by mass and social media in the name of profit, leading them down virtual garden paths through algorithms that cannot uphold any sense of integrity, such as fair play, as long as the bottom line is winning, the notion of E as righteousness or right behavior has not been programmed in. It's lost. This generation of youth is confronted with loss of trust in themselves and others, turning off to no action by numbing their will with poisonous addiction in desperation. They are lying flat, 躺平, since 信, trustworthiness, is nowhere to be found. How can we hope to counterbalance the tremendous forces brought by the powerful empires of today's tech giants? Any contender would surely feel the sentiments of David facing Goliath. One of the key educational themes of Olympism is to live a harmonious and balanced life of body, will, and mind. This also is a critical goal for the future generations. This can only be achieved with much that has been discussed in this forum today. The heroes and heroines gathered here, lending their wisdom and sharing their inspirational and initiatory stories that can be transformed into action, setting out as exemplary models for future youth development. Aligning the Olympic spirit with the Ruist conception of self-cultivation, Li, ritual, is an important aspect of human development, not only involving the physical side of development, but also the clarity of functions. Li is the external manifestation of excellence, aligning the internal emotions and manifesting the best of the best. By way of illustration, internal cultivation, when divers collect their vital energy qi at the moment of preparing for each dive, the moment of truth, the inside out and the outside in connection, is the in-between 之间 in all teachings, Buddhists, Taoists, and Ruists. This is the moment of truth. Some may also refer to this as Wu Wei, the effortlessness of effort. Watch as Elaine Koo executes her flip on the snow. It looks so effortless. The uninitiated youth may go and try it, but anyone familiar with her practices will know how precisely she must bend her head and her legs so as to allow the perfect flip. The alignment of the inside to the outside is a process involving the physical, the physiological, and the psychological. Ultimately, it is the spirit that integrates the first three. What we see as the manifestation of the action physically needs the brain to allow the nervous system to relax to a point where the action would not be cerebral and logical, but instinctual. This is mostly to do with the psychological, the fear of failing, where the instinct of self-preservation would take over. Today, cognitive science and many studies are used to explain cultivation, but science is not enough. Habituation, as advocated both by Confucius and Aristotle in a thoughtfully guided process, still plays a vital role. Culture, heritage, tradition, and the values of Olympic ideals are crucial components. For the youth today, we must assist and support them on all fronts. We must help them march into the future with the same kind of confidence as the Olympians. The ritual of today's event sends a message of hope to the youth that all who participated will do what is possible, assisting their journey. Let me express my warmest support for the formation of the Beijing International Youth Forum and wish them every success in the future as they work with the youth in China and around the globe. Here's wishing the Beijing Winter Olympics a most celebratory event focusing youth of the world with initiatory inspiration. Thank you for your attention.